The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is Cowboys StoryLine with Nick Eatman.
What is up? Welcome to Cowboys Storyline. I am Nick Eatman. It is Wednesday, November 27th, Thanksgiving Eve, if you will. Cowboys getting ready to take on the New York Giants tomorrow at AT&T Stadium, where the Cowboys have not won a game this season. Let's see if they can turn that around. 0-5 right now at home. It's only happened once before, the 1989 season. Let's not compare that team to this one. It's not the same. This is a much better football team than that one. Look at the schedule at home. It certainly has been some tougher matchups at home. Obviously, Philly's playing really well. Houston's solid team. Baltimore looks really good. We'll never figure out the New Orleans game. So let's just forget that one right there. New Orleans, I mean, they played well in that game as well as you could play. That's the best game that they've played since the Super Bowl that they won. I mean, seriously, they haven't played that like that since. But the Cowboys were a part of that too. You know, that's where the first time we saw some problems there that they were having there and on their defense. Obviously, their issues scoring. We'll see if things are different now. Much different team. And also the Cowboys and the Giants. Let's see how different they are. That was a close game before. The Giants are on a losing streak. Got to watch their quarterback this week. They may be playing a different quarterback again. Drew Lock has a chance to play there. That might change some things for what the Giants are trying to do. All right, 888-855-2297 is the number to call. Let's get right to it. Northport, Florida is Dylan. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, morning, Nick. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good. Just wanted to start with a little bit of gratitude here. Being Thanksgiving and everything. It was a really big holiday for me growing up. You know, I used to live in New York, grew up in New York, moved to Florida, and Thanksgiving used to be a really big holiday for us. You know, the grandparents and cousins and uncles and aunts and everybody used to get together and watch football and talk junk about each other's teams. You know, they were all Giants fans growing up in New York, except for my immediate family. So it was always a good time. And I moved down here. I don't really have that anymore. I started a family of my own. I'm trying to raise my girls to be Cowboys fans, doing the best I can there. But they're young, so they're learning. And
they'll love what Dad loves. That's what I've learned.
You know,
I think
they will. You know, I've got a 17-year-old. I kind of missed the bucket on her, but the two younger ones, 3 and 5. You know, they get excited. They don't know what they're cheering for, but they get excited and run around and stuff just like Dad does. So hopefully that keeps going. But you start in the show. There's an immediate group of friends that I've made, kind of 5, 6, 7 people, just from listeners from the show. And it's kind of given me that sense of, at least from a football perspective, people I can talk to, kind of, any point, send them messages and just kind of hang out. And it's been a blast, man. So really appreciate you doing what you do here, and same with Chris and your dad for having the idea and all that. Yep. So happy Thanksgiving, man. And thank you for all that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. From a football standpoint, I just want to talk about Micah Parsons real quick, and then I'll let you go. Okay. It's no coincidence that the floor of this team, the defense at least, immediately raised upon his return. Guys that, I think we went, 5, 6 games, something like that, without a sack. We had hardly any pressures. He comes back, and all of a sudden, everybody's swarming all over the ball in the backfield on pass plays. And it's the Micah Parsons effect. It's stuff that you don't see on a stat sheet, but just the impact he has on the overall defense. It raises it 3-4 notches just from a base level. So happy to have him back. And Ose has been showing out. And Mozzie, man, he's been developing now 3, 4, 5 games in a row. He's been showing some really good improvement in the run game, and excited to see, what he turns into as well here in the next 5 games or so. So happy Thanksgiving, man. Right. Happy Thanksgiving, Chris. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, thank you so much, Dylan. Appreciate that. I tell you what, at the end of the season, we're going to do our second annual all Storyline team. And Dylan, you will definitely have a spot on it. You'll be high on the list, not only for the calls that you make and consistency there and the good points. Also, you're really one of the catalysts there to bring that StoryLine community together and put it on Twitter. So I really appreciate the call. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I also want to you talked about family. I want to give a shout out to my brother Evan, older brother. It's his birthday today, November 27th. He's always had to share it around the holidays of Thanksgiving. Same this year, but we'll be going to visit with him later this weekend. So that's all good. That's the thing. I do the game. I love doing the game, but we still get our Thanksgiving in. Somehow, some way, as Snoop would say. Somehow, some way. We get that in, and it'll be Saturday for me. Turkey dressing, all that, it's all the same. It doesn't matter what day. It doesn't matter day. It still tastes great. All right, let's go to Carolina. He's on the move again. Carolina, but now it's Tyler, Texas?
Yes, sir. That's for you, my friend.
I hear you. Thank you, man. That's awesome. You know, the problem is if we keep you on hold too long, you might have a different town. You know what I mean? It may not be Tyler anymore. I don't know where. So we got to make sure and keep you, get you on the line quickly. So what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Hey, coming off that win, the week is just always better when you won. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
Got my gear on, waiting for somebody to say something. You know how it
say
goes,
something,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, well, y'all stood up, but we won. I don't care what they got to say. As long as we won, gives you more reason to wear it.
That's right.
So I got a couple questions for you. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving, because, of course, you're not going to be on tomorrow. And happy birthday to your brother, Evan.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem, man. So who are you more worried about? That's the first question. Is DeVito or Andrew Luck?
Oh, I'm sorry. Lock. I mean, Drew Lock all day. That he can spin it now, and he might be. He's got the clips that we've seen. He's goofy, whatever. They all are. But I know he can throw that ball, and I saw a game.
I'm hoping he don't play.
I'm the same way, and I think there's a lot of people that I've talked to that are like, "Ooh, I don't feel good about." I told you I didn't feel good about this game, and that was before. That was before he was entering the mix. Now, let's this isn't Josh Allen. I mean, it's not Joe Burrow. Okay. We get it. I mean, there's a reason why he's played on like 3 or 4 teams. I mean, he's one of those players good enough to sign, not good enough to keep. We've seen it happens a lot. That's what journeymen are. And he'll be.
How it goes, though.
Yeah, it's how it goes. Man. But he's got receivers, and he can throw it, and he's all it takes is a couple of big plays early, and now you found yourself a game, and that's where I just expect the Cowboys are going to be in a situation like that.
Okay. So now I think. Now, Jesse Holly, he usually gives the stats. So I need a stat from you.
Okay.
Towards the running game. What amount of yards and carries should it be for us to win this game? Because I think that's going to be our most of the downfall is going to be the run. Even though we've been showing some light and getting better on stopping the run, but I feel like if we can stop the run this game, keep them under, I say 70 yards.
Oh, we're talking about Cowboys defense. Yards. Cowboys defense?
Yes, keeping them under 70 yards rushing. I'll even give them 80. If we can keep them under 80 yards, I say we win this game 23-17. Another 5-point game.
All right. Well, that would be 6.
That's all I got for you, man.
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy your week.
All right, Carolina. Have a good one. Appreciate that. I mean, I don't know exactly the number there. Usually you keep someone in the range. Overall, if they're only rushing for about 80 yards overall, that's pretty good stuff there for the Cowboys. I thought you were talking about the other way around with the that's where I think the big key is going to be is the running game for the Cowboys because the Giants. I think I saw was stat the Giants have given up 140 yards rushing in the last 5 games. Each 140 yards each in the last 5 games, at least 140. Cowboys haven't gone over 137 the entire season. So something's going to give there. I think Rico Dowdle gets his first 100-yard game of the season. He's 86 last week, had an 87 against Pittsburgh. And what do you know? They won those 2 games. So it's not that 86 and 87 is like the standard, but for this team it is because they're winning games. So his best 2 games of the season, 86, 87 yards rushing, they both won. Now it took last second wins, of course, to get there, but that's kind of where it is. All right, let's go to Al in Merkel, Texas.
What's up, Nick?
How are you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
Good. I don't know exactly where Merkel is, but I know I'm going to be driving through that area later this afternoon. So I'll be in that part of the world.
Are you going to the game tomorrow?
The Cowboys game. Yes.
Oh, I mean Friday.
You talking about Stanford Bulldogs?
Yes.
I won't be at that game, but I have a bunch of family members that will be, because that's where I'll be tonight, Stanford, Texas, and they're they're undefeated number 1 team in the state, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I've heard a lot about it. And rightfully so. And I'm hoping they keep winning so they go to AT&T Stadium and play in the state championship game. That would be a lot of fun.
Exactly. Give you a quick geographical lesson. Merkel is about 15 miles west of Abilene and about 40 miles south of Stanford.
Okay.
We're in the same area. But
Got
anyway,
all right.
I don't want to take too much time, but
No,
I
you're
just
good.
want to say, isn't this the best time of the year?
It's Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
No
and
doubt.
If the Cowboys are playing well, you get a victory on Sunday, and then you're going to have a few days and hopefully get a victory on Thursday, and then you start the Christmas holiday shopping time where you used to start it. Now it seems to start around February 1st. But to me, it's just the best time of the year, especially if the Cowboys are playing well or even decent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love this holiday. It's my favorite holiday by far.
Hey, by the way, before you cut me off, happy Thanksgiving to you and Chris and everybody there in the back.
Thanks.
I love your show. Still love it. I know I haven't called in much, but just been going through a few things, and the Cowboys have been playing well. But I'm still here, and I will always be here.
Oh, I love it. I know you will be. All right, Al. Thank you so much. You have any other question, or is that it?
One more thing. It's like, man, we can't get anything right. The season starts out, it's lame duck season for the coach. This player hasn't signed. This player hasn't signed. Then we start thinking out loud, and everybody starts getting on us. And then we seem to not turn it around, but actually get above water a little bit. And then everybody starts griping because we're not tanking.
Yes, you can't win. Yep, that's it.
Exactly.
Yep. Well,
that's it.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks. That's the season. You just put it all in a nutshell. Al and Merkel there. I mean, and it's always that, because people love to complain about something, and and that's another thing too, is you're throwing out a lot of different people's opinions there. Some people aren't worried about the tanking. Some people do. They want a better draft pick, whatever. I think that's clear. I mean, we can stop that. That ain't happening. The Cowboys are going to try to win these games, and they don't have to try to play young players. They don't have to try to do things different. There's so many injuries. There's so much, turmoil that this team has been in that it's kind of taking care of itself. All right, let's go to Ali in Florida.
Hello, Mr. Aitman.
How are you?
Pretty good. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
You too. Thank you.
I called to tell you what am I thankful today. I'm thankful for you and Chris to make us a little bit feel better during the season. You make it something to look forward to and make the very less pain,
Right.
But I'm thankful for Rob. He speak a lot of the stuff out of what I'm thinking, but by nature I'm kind of shy. I don't want to talk what he's saying, but I love the way he read my mind. I'm thankful for Randy. He's heart and soul. And, of course, Florida. I live in Tampa. The state of Florida rocks. We got Anthony, sing for him, sing for you guys, for all of us. Robbie, Cocoa Beach, Dylan, North Tampa, North Florida, and I'm in Tampa. So for that, I just want to, and the rest of the storyliner. Thankful for all of them.
Right.
And thank you for you putting the show. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family. I know you're going to be at the game, but when you celebrate, I just want to let you know I'm so grateful, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ali. Appreciate that. And you're right, man. Florida's where it's at. I mean, I don't if we had to have a state champs for the storyline, maybe we'll do something like that. I mean, it's hard to beat Texas too. I mean, Texas is where it's at. I mean, we already had. Well, I don't know if you count Carolina there. He's in Texas right now. But a lot of the strong callers there. We have a lot coming from Florida as well. So, and Ali's one of them. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words today. And I guess it was Al that said it just a minute ago. I mean, when you're winning, everything is better. It's just better, and that's why it's so hard for me to sit here and even entertain thoughts of, well, I wish they would lose games. You don't understand. I mean, well, you do understand. You know how you feel there, but you gotta understand what it's like to be here in the building every day, going to work and just trying to figure this out. What's wrong with this team? What's up? 4-7 is not where it's supposed to be. We know that it's not anywhere close to the standard. It's a disappointment, and one win is not going to change that. But it sure did make the food taste a little bit better the last couple of days, and it feels good to get off the plane and go home and see your family and on a game and a win like that. And think about what the players and coaches are going through. I mean, this is a grind. And so, and they're turning around and they got to do it again. And, what's better than one win? 2 wins. Keep it rolling. All right, we're keeping it rolling here. Let's go to Zach in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, what's up, Nick? How are you?
Man, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and to Beam. I got 2 quick questions for you, and then I'll hang up.
Okay.
1, what's your go-to Thanksgiving side?
I don't know if it's stuffing or dressing or really I don't know the difference between the two, but that it's got to be there. It's absolutely got to be there for me. That and mashed potatoes. I mean, they go together, but the stuffing, the dressing, I couldn't tell you the difference. Whatever it is, just put it on there. 2 scoops, please.
It's there, and it's delicious, man. It is.
Yeah.
I do mine with some cranberry sauce and gravy on the stuffing. Just kind of, it's a vehicle for everything, It's so good.
Love it.
Love it, man. Well, hey, I'm looking for a big game from our guy, Thanksgiving, Mr. Hunter Lipke himself tomorrow.
That's right. That's right. He's gonna. I forgot I've called him that. All right. Thanksgiving. It's his time. That's right.
It's time. Let's eat. Let's eat, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is one of those where paper plates are good because they're easy to throw away, but man, they start to bend a little bit if you put too much on there. So like that's when you got a good Thanksgiving. Is it when it's like 2 hands on the plate, please? So
that's right. That's right. He can handle it. He can handle it.
2 hands on the ball, please. It's not Miami. So,
please.
Need to get let's get him in the end zone. I think he scores this week.
I think so, too. I agree. Earlier, I think you said Rico has another good game. I'm with that, too. I think the running game is solid for us. And I think the galloping gobbler, if that's what the network is going to call the MVP of the game, if we're doing galloping gobbler, I think it's Micah Parsons. I think he balls out. But I do think Thanksgiving, Hunter Lipke, and Rico lead the offense. But Micah Parsons has a great day. And so who is your galloping gobbler? I don't know if you can say that on DallasCowboys.com, if that's a media conflict. I don't know, trademark. But who do you think steals the show tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't even want to say that. I don't even like saying that. But I always think it's it just doesn't sound good to me. But they really call that like who's getting the turkey leg or the turducken? That's man. I miss John Madden. I really do. There's nobody like him, and I loved Thanksgiving games just because of him. Just him doing the games and how excited he would get and all that kind of stuff. But I just have a feeling about Rico too. I just think Rico is going to have a big game. But if there's awards to be given out, or whatever it is, if it's little trophies, if it's turkey legs, Micah likes getting trophies too. So, he'll stay in that game the whole time. Even if they're winning, he'll stay in that game and get more sacks. So I'm with you. I could see it being Micah. But, I think Brandon Cooks had a pretty big game against the Giants. It would be nice to have him back this week. And
is he coming back?
I think he is. I think he's going to play this week. I think that's the plan.
Nice.
But then again, it's a believe it when you see it type thing.
That's right.
All right.
Well, hey, man, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, all of Cowboys Storyline. And enjoy some people you love, some food you love, and a team we love. Go Cowboys. Take care.
Love it. Well said. Thank you. Let's go to one more caller before we take a break. Bill in Deerfield, Kansas. Bill.
Mr. Eatman, how are you doing today? Happy Thanksgiving and happy birthday to your brother.
Thank you. Well, let's go. First-time caller, right?
Yes, sir.
There you go, Bill. What's going on in Deerfield, Kansas? Where is that, actually?
A little bit of rain and some cold wind.
All right. Well, I asked you, so we that's okay. We can talk weather if I asked you. Deerfield. Just sounds like cool. I like it. It's a cool town. It sounds like it. I've never been.
And if you blink, you'll miss it.
Oh, it's one of those? All right.
Yes, sir.
That's okay. I grew up in that area there in northeast Oklahoma, so I've been in Kansas a little bit. All right, Bill, what's on your mind?
Okay. With all the free agents we have this year coming up, I don't remember how many there is. It's a pretty high number. It's like 27.
I think that's about right. It's in there. Yep.
Realistically, how many of these young men do we think we're going to be able to retain? Because we can't make it all up in the draft. We can't. We just don't have enough capital to make all this up. How many of these do you think we're going to realistically be able to keep?
I would say 15 or so. I mean, I'm looking at the list. I mean, it's probably. I think you were right. I don't want to count on the air, but I feel like it's in that range of 20. So, and then you've got 3 restricted free agents. That's going to be interesting. Marquise Bell, Wanye Thomas, and Cavante Turpin, which will be very interesting on what they do with him. So, they're guys that you have to make decisions on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It won't be everybody, but a lot of these guys get 1-year deals. They're on a 1-year deal, so they're going to get another 1-year deal. So, 15, 12 to 15. I don't. How about 12? That still seems high, actually.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, it's probably 8 or 9, and then you let 4 or 5 that are gonna go, and then some of these guys just probably won't sign with anybody. I mean, that just because you're unrestricted free agent, I mean, doesn't mean you're gonna sign with anyone. Right. I mean, what does Zeke do? I mean,
this is true.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's even, Chumi Doga. I mean, look at names like that. Carl Lawson. Some of these players
Jay
on
Lewis.
here. Jalen. Jordan Lewis, Linval Joseph, Carlos Watkins. So I'm just saying, some of these guys probably don't sign. So Osa is he's also on this list as well. He will sign with someone, and 37 pressures for Micah Parsons this year, and I know he's missed some games. I mean, obviously missed 4 or 5, but Osa's got 31. From the defensive tackle position, that's really strong. 31 pressures from your interior defensive tackle is a really good job. And it's also a good job for Mozzie Smith, because Mozzie's job is to hold that down so Osa can make that plays, and he's doing that as well. So it's a combination thing, so just don't leave him out. But Osa's having a really good year.
Mozzie's doing a lot better than what I expected 4 weeks ago.
Yep. Yeah,
5 weeks ago.
He has definitely played better, and a credit to him, and a credit to those coaches for still working with him, and keep grinding. It hasn't been easy. It's not a good time to try to get better, because we talk about all the time. You get better 7 days a week, not just on game day. So to keep putting in the work, to keep grinding, to keep watching the film and the practice and all that stuff. It's a credit to those young guys that keep getting better.
Well, sir,
All right,
thank
Bill.
you for taking my call.
Awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving.
Appreciate it.
Go
You
Cowboys.
too. All right. Always good to hear new voices on the show. Let's take a break real quick on the Storyline. I'll be right back after this.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together. And we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Cowboys Storyline.
The Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle Kickoff Halftime Show continues again Thanksgiving on Fox. You'll see Lainey Wilson, a special guest, perform at the halftime Cowboys-Giants game. Every donation stays in the community. Give today at salvationarmyusa.org. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Let's go to Matt in Southern California. Matt.
Good morning, Nick. How are you doing?
Good, bud. What's up with you?
Not too much. Just wanted to say, first off, happy Thanksgiving to you, the whole Storyline family, and all the Dallas Cowboy fans. I'll be pretty quick with you, Nick. I had two questions that are like really, really heavy on my heart. And the first one is, when Zach Martin is healthy, does he come back and start? Because I was wondering, even watching after that Washington game, in my opinion, which is just my opinion, Zach is not one of the best five that we have. And him playing in between Steele, who seems to struggle often, and BB, who's a rookie, when you put Hoffman or you put Bass in there, you add two bullies who remind me of Zach Martin of like 5 years ago, and the Cowboys just seem to be more efficient. And then the second question I have for you, and it's just my opinion too, building a team is like a pie, and it has many slices. We see that the Cowboys draft really well. And so if they just keep doing the same thing they're doing in the draft, I think we'll be successful. And then doing our best to keep some of our upcoming players that are free agents, that's another slice of the pie. And then a third piece of the pie that I see that we are just terrible in is free agency. Does Jerry finally open up his eyes and look at players like Saquon and Derrick Henry and go into free agency? Or do we wait for 3 months into free agency and then go for players that basically are sitting on the couch that nobody wants? I'll hang up and listen, and I thank you for your time.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Matt. You know, those three slices or three ingredients of the pie are not always equal. Now, the Cowboys don't view it that way. I mean, so I don't know if that analogy works for them, because the way you're making it is like you got to have all three to make it work the same. And you know, obviously they don't view the free agency that way. But I would hope that this year should change some opinions there. I mean, the running backs, those free agent running backs have been great. I mean, both of them are battling for maybe Offensive Player of the Year or MVP or whatever. I mean, And it's not just those guys. You know, you've seen some other free agents changing teams, playing well. I think Tony Pollard's having a good season there in Tennessee. So second contracts, you know, the Cowboys could have used a running back like that this year. So let me go back to your first part. I'm not there as far as saying Zach Martin's not one of your best 5 linemen. Expectations can be a very tricky thing, and so we base things off of that. We base things off of expectations. I always think about my analogy of, you know, you have the valedictorian who's got a 4.0. He's going to Harvard. He's in your class, and then you got a guy over here that never shows up. He never even opens a book. They go, they take a test, and he gets a 75, and you're like, wow, how did you do that? And the guy that's the valedictorian gets a 78, who's never had a bad grade before. Well, that's terrible for him or her. And 75, like, wow, but it's still better. You know what I mean? It's still better, but yet your expectations were totally different. So Zach Martin playing at the level he is, I still feel like he's probably better. I still think he is better than these other guys, but our expectations is that he can't even have a holding penalty. He's got more Pro Bowls than he does holding penalties. So that's the bar for him. And these other guys, you know, they're happy. I mean, they're trying to stay in the league and get starting jobs. They did a great job of playing in that game, and so our expectations were different. But I still feel like, until they tell us otherwise, I still feel like Zach Martin is a better option at guard. His experience, he's seen more, but he's not necessarily playing at the level that we expect, and that's kind of where it is there. All right, let's go to Steve in New York.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
How we doing? All right. And, you know, you're talking about the running backs. I don't know if you heard the broadcast, the Eagles on, was that Sunday night against the Rams? What Aikman said, because he was talking about the running backs and Henry and Barkley, and he mentioned the Cowboys, of course. And he made it clear that, you know, these guys would not have had the same success behind the Cowboys line that they're having now. I tend to agree with him, but, you know, I mean, we'll never know. But it is interesting that he made that point.
Well, they'd have more success, though. I mean, I get the part about the blocking is not the same, and I agree with that. But Rico Dowdle is a good, solid back, but he's not dynamic. He's not flashy. He doesn't do something better. I mean, doesn't have breakaway speed. He's not big. So look at Barkley. Look at what Henry's doing. I mean, they do things different than other backs. So they have special traits, and so they would make up for some of that as well. And also you get more push early in the game, then you keep running, then you keep having success, then you keep running and stacking on top of it. So I think there's both statements can be true.
Yeah, and it's like, I know it's a cliche, I don't like it, but Henry really does run downhill. I mean that guy's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And okay, just real quick about us, you know, I'll hit you with a trivia too. I'm amazed up here in New York, the people that I talk to, Giant fans, and I thought Cowboy fans wanted to tank. The tanking that they want up here, and I'm just like, they even came up with some, you know, you see these projections they have where they said based on strength of schedule, the Giants are projected to get the number 1 pick. Now, how they came to that, conclusion, I guess, based on who the other teams and who's going to win and who's going to lose. But you know my stance with that. The tanking, 100% against it. And how about the people who, I'm going to say Cowboy fans too, and even media who are talking about this. You've heard it mentioned. Oh, the culture here. So you're complaining about that, and then you want us to lose football games,
right?
To get a pick that's no guarantee.
No. I said it.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't. And I said it yesterday, and I think there's other examples too. But I think that you just gain more than people would ever know about going, having some success, building confidence, and winning games and playing well, both individually and as a team. I think it helps you dramatically, and I point to that 2020 season. I think that really helped the Cowboys take it to another level there.
Absolutely.
But Yeah, those things are hard, to equate. So fans and media, they don't jump to that, but they know that picking 4th is probably better than picking 9th. Maybe, but you never know.
And then they'll tell us, and then then they'll say, "Well, the draft is a crapshoot." Well, we know that. So.
Right. I mean, you could pick 6th, then you could get Mo Claiborne.
Exactly. I was just going to say that name too, and we traded up for that guy. But whatever. That's the point. Real quick with my trivia. Actually, 26 years ago yesterday was the infamous, I call it the Randy Moss game on Thanksgiving. I always liked your quote. I think it was on one of the specials. He only caught 3 passes.
Yeah.
But everyone was a big touchdown.
Right.
It was
certainly.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Under the radar in that game, Aikman threw for 450-plus yards.
Yeah.
But he only threw 1 touchdown. Who did he throw the touchdown to? I know you know it.
I do. Patrick Jeffers.
Patrick Jeffers.
Was about 65 yards, something like that, 70?
Yeah, something like that.
It was a bomb. It was a bomb early in the game, and it was one where it was like, all right, that game is the first Thanksgiving Day game that I covered. I covered it. I wasn't actually working for the Cowboys. Wow. I was working for Wichita Falls newspaper, and I covered that game on Thanksgiving with my boss. He took me down to the game. His name was Nick. He took me down to the game, and that was the first game. And that I missed Thanksgiving or whatever. I think I went to the cafeteria during that day. And I didn't realize that I would never go to another Thanksgiving with my family since then. I mean, like it's been what do you say, 26 years? So yeah, 26 straight ones.
26 years, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And just a weird footnote with him, Jeffers, he left the team, and the next year he had over 1,000 yards for Carolina and was tied for second in touchdown receptions in the league, and then you never heard from him again.
Right.
Just like one of those little footnotes.
Emmett had
Nick,
3 touchdowns.
Have a great Thanksgiving, man. All the callers love this show, and hopefully we get a W tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good stuff as always. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Steve. Let's go to Anthony in Miami. I'm sure Anthony's in a terrible mood. Anthony.
Nick, baby, we did it, baby. We did it, baby. Are you happy, baby? We did it, Nick. We did it. I'm in a bad mood today. I just got through talking to Logan Beamer, my buddy, making him smile. Beam said, I'm in a terrible mood, baby. We gonna beat the brakes off them Giants. I'm in a terrible mood, baby. I called my boys hanging Friday and gave a speech of the year. Got the prediction almost right. I'm in a terrible mood, baby. How you doing, Nick? Nick the Quick, how you doing?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. I'm laughing because my son Jacob's actually in the room here, and he's I've made sure he's quiet over in the corner, and he's got you can't hear, he can't hear. He's not supposed to be able to hear through these headphones, but he can hear you yelling like that. He can hear your Barry Switzer, and so he's over here laughing. So that's how. Good stuff.
Nick, guess what?
What's up?
Guess what? Jacob, how you doing, baby? We did it, Jacob. You're there with Pops. You're talking to Anthony. We're doing it, Jacob. We're doing it, baby.
Oh, man. It's not bad. That's not a bad Switzer. Yeah.
That's my. Don't let me do the Jerry now, Nick. It's Wednesday. I heard the captain say he tried 100 and some times. 22 times, man. I don't know if I got to be the luckiest guy in the world, but that's 22. That's a record for me. I just know how to hit it, I guess. Hit it at the right time. But in the words of Mr. Jones, I could be anywhere in the world right now, Nick. But I'm right here with you and the Cowboys StoryLiners. Right here with you, talking Cowboys football.
There you are.
I can be anywhere in the world, but I'm talking to you. But anyway, like I said, called the boys Friday. So I got that out. That's why I didn't call you last week. But, of course, I listen to every show. I don't drink opium, Nick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I drink truth. I drink belief. See, right. I got bottles of that at the house. I got it stored up in the corner. Shout out. Always shout somebody out. Robbie. Man, that stuff is contagious, man. You got me. I thought I was the most positive. Robbie said he don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I'm rooting for the Cowboys.
Right.
That's what I love, man. It's not to say anything about anybody else. Like I said, we got our Cowboys.
talking about this run possible. You know, it's crazy that, you know, we're the sorriest team in America, even to some of our fans and maybe media, you know, laughing and giggles and all, it's over. No, you never know. It's a possibility. So I choose to be on this side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? It may be a possibility, baby. So I had 29-26 for the Commanders game. I got the Commanders side right, missed the Cowboys side. So you know me, I take a score like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I take it 2 to 3 weeks. So we're gonna go 29-26 again. Probably won't be as close, but we're gonna go Cowboys. Listen, man, I'm thankful. Happy Thanksgiving. All you storyliners, your mainstreamers, Rob, Irene, Dylan, Robbie, there's Jeremy, Gavin, Langston, you know, Travis. I'm just naming people. Zach, Lester. I listen to all. I'm giving it Brian, my boy Brian. Definitely, I love him. Randy, love him. Come on now. I'm gonna give it to all y'all. Happy Thanksgiving to Jazz and Josh and my boy Beam and Logan and everybody, man. I love y'all, man.
Presley.
Love your family, baby.
Yeah.
Love your family. I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right, see you. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff, Anthony. You know, you said 29-26 Cowboys. I mean, if Juan Thomas just does what he's supposed to do and go down, it's 27-26 Cowboys. Not bad. And just so people know this, because I've heard the coaching staff getting ripped for this, they called timeout before that onside kick. And it's a call that they made. It's called no more points, no more yards, no more anything. Just get the ball down. We don't need anything else. And it was reiterated to him, but it was also reiterated to him that he was going to get the ball because they could tell by the alignment that they're going to kick it straight down the middle. So he kind of took matters and scores into his own hands there. But you know. Fortunately, it wasn't a big deal. I mean, if they go back and score a touchdown and tie the game, go for 2, tie it, go to overtime, lose, we're talking a lot more about that play. So it's unfortunate, or it's fortunate for him, but you know, they got to be smart in those things. 1-point games, the same on defense too. If it's a 1-point game, I mean, another touchdown does not help you. I've seen it happen in other college games too. I've seen it where, you know, teams are scoring up 1, end up losing. So it happens. All right. Let's go with Lester in Minnesota.
Hey, how you doing, Nick?
What's up, buddy?
How you feel about that offensive line? I said we should put those players in if that next man up, man, and they did a pretty decent job.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they're supposed to replace any of our starters.
Or you want to keep them in? Now that's the question. That's what my last caller did.
No, I didn't say that. I just said next man up, man. Hoffman, I like his attitude. And then they did the job. So next man up, whoever is available, let them play.
Yeah.
I know my boy Austin Richards, he went out. He got some kind of injury, but like I said, next man up.
All right.
But that's not why I called, man. I want to call to celebrate our Victory Wednesday, even though it was, you know, they say Victory Monday, but I couldn't get in, so Victory Wednesday. Hey, yeah. And I wanted to make a response to the guy that called a couple calls ago when he was slicing up the pie.
Uh-huh.
I think what he meant was it doesn't have to be a third, but
right.
I think what he meant was we have to be more than what we are doing now in free agents and not get the bottom of the barrel people. I think that's what he meant.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
However that slices up, whatever the percentage are, you know.
Yeah. I do agree with that. I think what they look at it, especially with all their own free agents, is, you know, they're going to try to re-sign some of their own guys here, but not all. I mean, like you see this list of players, you know, it's probably time, you know, to move on from some of these guys, and they're going to get the chance to test the market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that many on this list, to be honest, that I'm just like, got to get him done. Got to have him. You can't let him go. Can't let him out the door. You know, Brian Anger, maybe.
I got one more comment, man. I didn't get a chance to make this comment either, but I don't believe in tanking anyway. I'm a former athlete, and our mentality is, what are you tanking for? I mean, tomorrow not promised. So you got to do what you can do today. Be the best you can. Be all you can be, the Army saying.
All right. All right, Lester.
And last but not least, my old saying, until we get a very good offensive and defensive line at the same time, this is what we got.
There we go.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you.
Go Cowboys.
All right, Lester, good stuff. Let's go to Mike in Birmingham, England. Mike, what's up?
Hello, Nick. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving in advance to all my new American friends that I've made through this show. Sorry, I haven't been listening today, so I don't know what you've been talking about. But the Washington game, I can't tell you the pressure I was feeling, having pretty much sent Irene to the game, and she'd been in touch to say, yeah, okay, I'm going.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad. Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to, but when we were at the end and it looked like we were doing our best to throw the game away, I'm thinking, oh no, Irene's going to kill me. But I'm so glad it turned out the way it did. And I won't do that again. I won't tell anyone to go to any games. All I'll say is, if the Cowboys are in your area, if you can afford it, if your circumstances are there, I would encourage you to go to the game. So perhaps that's a fairer thing to say in future. And I was at a soccer match last night, and sitting near me, I saw a guy with a Commander's hat on, and I got talking to him about the game, and he said, right, I don't know, like swear words in America. The word BLOODY. Can I get away with that on here in America?
I don't know. What did you say? What was it?
I
don't know.
BLOODY. Can I get away with saying that on a podcast?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I was talking to him about the game, and he just said, "Bloody Cowboys every time." So that was quite nice. It's nice. It's just nice to win again, isn't it, Nick? And nice to have that spring in our step. I wanted to talk to you about Mike Zimmer, because I feel like I'm on quite a journey with him. And at the start of the season, it just wasn't clicking. But the defense, in difficult circumstances with missing pieces, just seems to be getting better and better and better. And I think he's making a pretty strong case for sticking around a little bit longer. What he's had to deal with, including, an offense that's not putting the scores up for him, and like I say, key pieces missing. And I don't know, something's happening there. And, apart from the chaos at the end, I thought the defense were absolutely superb against Washington. Be interested to see how they go tomorrow night and see if the improvement keeps going. So I don't know. I know you're not keen on talking about coaches, and he's there and he's in the job now, but I think he's making a really strong case to stick around. And with that, I'll hear your thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good Thanksgiving. Appreciate the call. I think we got to see. I mean, it's a top. It starts with McCarthy, and then it goes from there. I mean, that's the number one question. We can't go any further than that. We'll see what happens with him next year, because you're not just going to keep your defensive coordinator and say, all right, here's the head coach. Run this defense. Doesn't work that way. So it has to start at the top first. All right, let's go to a quick break. We're going to come right back after break, and we're going to wrap this show up. And I'll have a special guest with me when we return.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, bringing you decades of audio excellence to elevate your Dallas Cowboys tailgate ritual. Equip your next pregame with the Sound Rover 180 with 6 hours hours of playtime, built-in microphone, multicolor light modes, and a rugged exterior that's built to last. Visit alteclansing.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's alteclansing.com/Cowboys15 for 15% off. Altec Lansing, official audio partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Cowboys Storyline.
Celebrate the holiday season at AT&T Stadium. Get a tour of the home of the Dallas Cowboys, plus your photo with Santa and Mrs. Claus. From December 10th through December 14th. Secure your tickets today at AT&TStadium.com/tours.
All right, there we go. Good stuff. Good read there. That's my son, Jacob, and he's going to send us off here. He's been patiently waiting in the corner over there, doing a good job. He's joined here, but Chris's kids are coming in here. All right, Presley, jump in there. Okay. Logan, what's up, guys? All right, I got a question for y'all. Kavontae Turpin, okay, he scored a touchdown. He's the fastest player on the team. Who's faster, Kavontae Turpin or Sonic the Hedgehog?
Definitely Sonic.
Definitely?
Sonic.
Okay, what do you think, Logan? Maybe. Yeah, it's close. Maybe Turpin. Turpin needs a vote, too. Sonic, I know, is coming out. Everyone's excited about the movie and all that stuff. You guys excited about Thanksgiving? What's your favorite thing to eat? On Thanksgiving. Don't say pizza. Turkey. Ham? Maybe get a little ham. Mac and cheese. All right. You guys are... See... They're having to be here all day because we got podcasts all day long. So, all right, guys, we're going to say goodbye to everyone and say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, guys, Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. We will see you on Monday to talk about some Cowboys Storyline. See you then.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?